What's up, guys? This is ESPN 360. Come my 2012 NBA Draft Review for the Atlantic Division. This is the first of my 6 videos that are going to be coming up. And during these 6 videos, as I mentioned in my earlier video, which was when I was talking about all the top picks, that I will be reviewing all the 60 picks. And in the Atlantic Division, there were 11 picks. And with that, we'll start with the Boston Celtics, as they try to get younger in this draft by picking round 1, pick number 21, Jared Solinger at forward out of Ohio State. Then with the second pick, they had back-to-back picks. So with the round 1, pick number 22, Fab Melo out of Syracuse center out of Syracuse. Then with a round 2 pick, they had the pick number 51. They picked small forward out of Syracuse, Chris Joseph, Fab Melo's teammate. Now let's start with Jared Solinger here. A great pick, great value, hard worker, lost weight last year, which helped him with his finishing. As I mentioned, he has that knack that a lot of people say that he might be the next Glenn Davis 2.0 because he plays a lot under the rim. But he did lost weight last year, which helped him with his finishing and his rebounding. And he also showed a lot of poise last year as he led that Ohio State team deep in the NCAA tournament, and also start developing that soft touch, which enabled him to knock down jump shots at a consistent pace. Will benefit from in Boston because of big 3 reasons. Of course, one, Kevin Garnett will teach him everything he needs. He's one of the best forwards in the league, and one of the best forwards to come around in this league. So he'll teach Jared Solinger everything he'll need. And then number 2, of course, Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, of course, one of the best in the business at coaching and developing players. And he'll teach Jared Solinger everything he needs, and he'll develop him, and he'll help him with that development and make that a much easier road. And of course, number 3, when you have when you have a player like Rajon Rondo, who's one of the best at facilitating. He can just dish it. He can just start dishing it to Jared Solinger, and then just let him finish, which is the easiest part, and that'll help him flourish easier in Boston and in green and white up there in the coast. And then we'll get with the second pick round 1, pick number 22, Fab Melo, center out of Syracuse. Another great pick, great talent, and another big step for Boston in the right direction. And that front office of Boston really made some great picks this year, bringing another guy, great talent like Fab Melo, who will definitely help that team get younger and definitely add a lot of value and a lot of talent. And of course, his best specialty is shot blocking, and he showed a lot of that last year in Syracuse. And then, of course, he didn't get to play in the NCAA tournament, but during the season, he helped that Syracuse team a lot with his shot blocking, with his defense, and will definitely slide in and be that big man that will protect the basket with that 7-foot frame, which is just what Boston will need for years to come. The only nagging issue is he's somewhat of a head case, and will need to fix that. Definitely will. He tends to have some unpredictable attitude, but will get fixed with a coach like Doc Rivers up there again, Boston, and that crew. They'll fix him, and this could be a problem that could be fixed. Then finally, Chris Joseph, another great pick, great athlete at 6'7", explosive finisher, and also has improved game from beyond the arc. And only nagging problem is he's not great at attacking and being aggressive, which should be fixed with more coaching. Then we'll get to now the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets didn't do much, and they're making a lot of noise, which is hard to make a lot of noise because they did make a trade which sent them all the way to round 2, pick 57, and that pick 57 picked an international player, which was expected, small forward out of Turkey, Ikan Karaman, He'll impress some scouts at the Adidas Euro camp, but we'll have to develop. This definitely a pick that will be for the next for future. 100% going to stay overseas as he looks to refine his game. His size will be a huge plus at 6'9" with versatile frame. Did impress some scouts at Adidas Eurocamp, and we could learn more about him at the London Olympics this summer. And then also round 2, pick 41, they do get some talent. They did get that pick acquired for cash from the Portland Trailblazers. Point guard Tyshawn Taylor out of Kansas. Another great athlete. Played all 4 years in Kansas, so he's got experience. Played for the Jayhawks and kept getting better as the years went on, and just kept getting experience and experience. Will make made a big contribution to Kansas last year as he led them all the way to national championship appearance. Decent size for a point guard at 6'4", excels at transition and make good defensive plays. Does need to work with his decision making and needs more work on jump shot. Alright, next team we'll focus on the New York Knicks. Round 2, pick 48. They go with a forward out of Greece, Kostas Poponikolou out of Greece, forward. A pick that will be definitely for the future, as he'll probably be. They've probably drafted him because of his size at 6'8". Of course, most of the players that come from Greece do have that size advantage, and he's also a versatile player that he did show that last year and the couple of years that he been there playing at Greece in the club in Greece and playing basketball. He does have some good jump shot and is a versatile player. Still unclear if he will see NBA action, but of course his size big plus, and we'll just have to see if he can refine his game and be NBA ready by a couple of years. Then the next team we'll focus on the Philadelphia 76ers. Round 1, pick 15. Of course, they had one of the 15 lottery picks, and with that pick, they go Maurice Harkless, small forward out of St. John's. Great athlete at 6'9", 190 pounds. Lean body, needs to get stronger, but great wingspan at 7-foot wingspan. Great build, rebounder, aggressive player who attacks the rim and has a knack for getting in lanes for steals, but will not make a quick impact for the Sixers, as they were looking for a big man to come in and also help with scoring. That's one thing that they were struggling last year, and all around they were just struggling to score in games and just to score in general. Also, but great talent that they get. First defense guy and Maurice Harkless that will definitely again beef up that defense and will make some good impact with that defense he's got. With that aggressive, he can attack the rim again and get in lanes to make steals. But they did make a great pick, a trade with the Heat that they made late in second round, which is somewhat of a steal. Forward Arnett Moultrie, who was one of the best guys coming into the draft in terms of offense. He can provide that quick punch. They didn't get a player in Maurice Harkless that could come and improve their offense, which was one thing that they were struggling last year. But they did get great talent again late in second round. Somewhat of a steal. Hard worker, wasn't second in scoring in SEC, which is absolutely what the Sixers need. Scoring. Needs to get stronger, but terrific in rebounds with that 6'11" frame. Also made first team All SEC selection. Projected to go in the first round, so this was somewhat of a steal again as well. Then we'll turn our attention to the last team that we're going to be turning our attention to, the Toronto Raptors. Terrence Ross was the first pick. Shooting guard out of Washington with the first pick, pick number 8. They go Terrence Ross, shooting guard out of Washington. Then around 2, pick number 37, they go power forward Quincy Acy out of Baylor. And then around 2, pick number 56, they go forward Tomislav Zubic out of Croatia. And let's focus on the first pick. Round 1, pick number 8, Terrence Ross. Coming to the draft, the Raptors needed to draft someone who can provide the punch in their offense, and that's what exactly they will get from Terrence Ross. Just like in college when he was in Washington, and with him and Tony Roden were a force to be reckoned with in Washington. Good height at 6'7", but needs to add muscle and get stronger. His range is more than NBA ready, as he's one of the better shooters with NBA range and outstanding outside the arc range. Also very good rebounder with 6 rebounds per game last year and will provide good D. Another thing that Toronto lacks in roster, which is good D. Then they get another an explosive guy in Quincy Acey last year who showed up big time for that Baylor team and led them and was a big member of that Baylor team that made a deep run in NCAA tournament all the way to Elite 8. Size is a question, but what's not a question is motor, explosive finisher, has soft touch that enables him to knock down jumpers at a consistent pace, and also is a very, very good free throw shooter. Solid defender, will fit in nicely in Toronto and give them a phase that is not found north of the border, and that is incredible motor and tenacity. As for also their third pick that they made in the draft, Tomislav Zibic, out of Croatia forward. The Raptors had to go with the best player available, and this guy does have some good shooting for a guy in his side at 7 foot. Can able to knock down some shots at a decent pace. Raptors owner does like international players, so this guy might have the best chance out of all the international players to see NBA hardwood. And then we'll wrap up now. Now we'll wrap up the video. Thanks for watching, and also tune in next time for our next review at Central Division. Thank you for watching. What's up, guys? Before I leave, I just wanted to give a shout out to two of my friends that are two of my close friends. They wanted a shout out. They want me to give a shout out to them in this video, Dean and Tommy. So Dean and Tommy, this is a shout out to you, and this is the shout out that you requested to me. Alright, thank you, and we'll see y'all later.